Alrighty guys, we've got dumbbell walking lunges. So with a lunge, there's 3 things I want you to remember. First thing is, when people lunge, they mostly lunge in line. A lot of the time they'll put their feet right in line with each other. So that gives you no stability laterally. So what I want you to do is just have the small gap between your feet, just like when you walk. When you walk, you don't walk in line, so you don't lunge in line either, all right? When you walk, you have a small gap between your feet. That's the same thing as when you lunge, okay? So you lunge with a small gap. The second thing is, you need to take a longer stride than you think you should. Most people will take a short stride, and then when they lunge down, they're all congested, and it's quite difficult to find the right place to be. So instead, what I want you to do is at the bottom of your lunge, ideally, you have a 90-degree angle in the front leg, a 90-degree angle in your hips, and a 90-degree angle in the rear leg, okay? That way, everything's boxed out and nice, and you've got good stability across both legs. But as you stand up, you can see that that's actually quite a long stride. So you just want to make sure that when you take a stride, you take a little bit longer than you think you should. Don't take one quite so short. And the last thing is just making sure that you're not too hunched over that front leg. Lots of people like to do them lots of different ways. There's good and bad. I like to stay nice and upright with a lunge, and that way I can use the back leg a little bit more, okay? And that way I can get a little bit more development and then a little bit more engagement in that rear glute too. So staying nice and upright, making sure that you take a nice long stride, and then having a gap between your feet. Those 3 things, okay? With the dumbbells, some people will, when they lunge, they'll swing them. I think that's really inefficient and a silly way to do it, okay? So you just wanna make sure that they just stay steady. They don't move, okay? So you see how I'm gonna take a nice long stride, dip down, gently touch that knee, and then come back up.